Hello, hello. I apologize, I'm a little late. Today I got a bad headache, so I'm going to try to keep it a little bit um, short and sweet. But then I started to write down all my resources and things, and I realized it's probably not going to be short and sweet, but I will do my best to make it digestible, understandable. Of course, if you're here in the comments, feel free to ask questions, to put resources that you know of, or like things that you know we should be talking about or sharing about. So, just for anybody who doesn't know, I'm Shelby. I try to do these once a week to try to kind of share like resources in our area for people in need, places where donations or volunteers are needed, and then just like general updates, which has kind of been interesting. Is like a week doesn't seem very long, and then it just seems like everything can change in a week. So last Tuesday, there was some wildfires in Old Fort. That I would say was probably one of the biggest major things that happened in our area that's a ways from where I'm at. But I know that that's like a real worry with all the trees that are down is forest fires. So unfortunately, that did happen over in Old Fort last week. I don't believe any structures. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know how it ended up. It was pretty wild, but I didn't see too much after a couple of days. So if you know, I'd be interested, and I should look into it a little bit more probably. So that was like the major big update in our area. Another thing to mention is that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is in Swannanoa. It looks like they posted about that, doing some storm and cleanup, like debris removal. In our area in East Tennessee, I don't believe that they're here. If anybody, feel free to correct me on anything ever. But I've not seen them here in our area at all, or seen anybody post about them being in our area. As far as like storm debris removal is concerned in our area, I'm very confused on it. So if there's anybody who knows what's going on, please let me know. There's obviously still debris in our rivers. That's just like with my own eyeballs as I go down the road, I see that. But there's been a couple of posts this week. One was from the Tennessee Department of Military that posted like some information about the debris removal. The thing that I was most interested in, they didn't really answer, which was like a timeline. The graphic that was shared and that I saw often just kind of it was a little bit vague. And then there was a different post about the storm debris removal deadline getting extended because originally it was till January 31st. The last time I think I spoke about that, that was the deadline. They've extended that deadline to March 2nd, but our county isn't included in that. So we're in Carter County, and I'll even share my screen to show because I was just now trying to figure it out, but I'm still extremely confused on what is going on. So here's like our official Tennessee website, and it's saying like, March 2nd is the new deadline, but our county isn't listed here. So there's all these counties. I'm glad Unicoi, Johnson County, and Washington County, obviously, all of those are still in there. Yeah, it says original deadline was January 31st, but has been extended. But Carter County is not listed on that, which if you're in our area, we it's not because we don't need it. So that's a little confusing to me, and I'm going to try to find some information about that because we definitely still need it, but it's not on there. So those are the updates. Oh, one happy, fun update is if Hot Springs Resort and Spa, which is in North Carolina, kind of I think closer to Marshall. Anyways, they're reopening, which is super happy and exciting. I'm pretty sure they're overwhelmed and have had a really good response because they're supposed to open on February 14th. And the last post I saw said that they had had a really good response to their reopening. But I wanted to, that's like a happy update I thought I would share. And hopefully, like in the coming weeks, if that's something that you have done or are interested in doing, that would be a fun, good small business to support. I know that area specifically is right on the river. I've been to there. Anyways, it's like right there on the river. In that area, it was pretty hard hit. So I don't imagine a lot of other small businesses in that area are open. I'm pretty sure in their post they even said like, if you come, please know that there's no like restaurants or food close, and you're gonna have to kind of plan ahead. But I thought that was really cool that they're reopening on like more of a lower scale than they're used to, but they are reopening in Hot Springs. That's so I thought that was exciting. So those are kind of like the general updates for our area today. And then the resources that are available in our area. So first and foremost, I would say God's Warehouse in Elizabethton is open with building materials for anybody who is trying to rebuild right now. So there's building materials and mattresses, that kind of thing. Their address is 199 State Line Road. The phone number is 423-281-2269. I'll put this in the post after. Might take me a minute with this headache to do all the after stuff that I usually do. But God's Warehouse in Elizabethton, great resource for building materials. Samaritan's Purse is also offering like manufactured home replacements, which I think is really cool. I've seen Samaritan's Purse several, like it seems like they're doing good things in our area and seem to show up and actually, follow through. So that would be somebody who I'd reach out for if you're still looking for help there. There is a propane giveaway happening in Irwin on February 15th. The location is to be announced. That's Mindy Barrett is doing that. She did one, I think, in North Carolina about 2 weeks ago, and she's doing one in Irwin, which is cool. This is a cool one. In Mitchell and Yancey counties in North Carolina, there's a vigil on February 15th at the Tow River. NC Outdoors posted about that. They're doing like a vigil for everybody who was lost in the flood in that area. That's kind of a cool thing to participate in if you're over there. I imagine that'll be good. 72 The Mission is another organization that is having, like, they have space to house building donations, and they have those available to survivors. So 72 The Mission, they say just reach out to them on Facebook or things. They have building materials available. Another one, Jessica White is doing, she has bras for girls and women. So if you are in need, that would be I have a form that you could fill out for that I found from one of the posts. So that's another one. And then the last one is Washington County. There's a grant going around for, I can't read my own writing. Lutheran Response Team, Emergency Response Team is the one putting it out. But there's a grant that you can apply for in Washington County. And if you go on the Washington County long-term recovery page, that's where that information and like the application is. So that is all of the resources for anybody who's in need. Now I'll move on to like donations and volunteers. There's lots of places to donate this week. So I was live yesterday all day down at the new TLC Center space that they are hoping to move into. They have a deadline of the end of March. They have to be out by the end of March, and they need to be into this new space by then. So yesterday we did a telethon where I was live all day with them. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful day. There were so many people who came in and just had great things to say and donations, and got up to around $90,000 that was raised yesterday, which is really exciting. The goal is 400,000. So we still have a ways to go, but very exciting that people came in to donate specifically to the center for the building that they are hoping to move into. Miss Angie is the most positive, trusting, faith-filled, beautiful person, and she does believe that like they will make it work if they don't get into that building. But I'm telling you, for the sake of our community and long term, like not even just flood related things, but just in general, we need them to have a building. We need her to have a building to continue to serve. So that, of course, is what I'm going to say first and foremost. That is a great place to donate. That the TLC Center.org. And I think I actually still have a banner from yesterday about it. But yeah, so that is a wonderful place to donate if you can to help her. Yeah, it's the tlccenter.org/donate. So that would be my number one place for donations. But, well, I can't say number one because there's so many. Anyways, okay, the next one, there's a vehicle need. So somebody needs a car for a family with 5 kids. So they need 7 seats in this car. They are still in a hotel. They are a family with 5 kids, still in a hotel, needing a vehicle. So Shauna Odom is the one to contact for that. And yeah, so that would be the other need. The next one is Jake Jarvis. He is with Precision Grinding, I believe is the name of his company, but he's been here since day one. He's not from here, I don't believe. He has been here since day one. Just a second, baby. I'm on a thing. Okay, go watch your show. I'll be right back. Anyways, he was scammed out of like $80,000. Right now his fundraiser's up to 40,000, which is awesome. Will you close the door, please, honey? I'll be right out, I promise. Go. Love you guys. Go. I don't like that part. You don't like that part? Okay, I apologize. So that's one space too that I think would be great for donations. Is he's trying to get up to, well, and it's not even him. It was his friend that created this account, this GoFund. It's not even a GoFundMe. What's it called? Give, Send, Go. I've never heard of that, but yeah. The campaign wasn't even created by him. So he's been a really good resource for people this whole time. And it's incredibly sad that somebody did that. The scams are crazy. So anyways, that's another one. And then there is a woman, I've got to pull up what April sent me about it. She sent me a message of somebody who could really, really use some funds. She is, let me just read directly. She said that she'd like to raise money for, I'm not going to say the name, but a mom of 9 and who's also a widow. The kids need jeans. They don't want any ordered, just want a money or gift card for a particular store that they like because they want to shop for them. She doesn't ask for help. She teaches her kids to be appreciative and happy with all that they have, but she does need money for the laundromat, for more loads of gravel, for septic tank getting pumped, for her mom. They've been having to use her mom's bathroom and shower and things. So she just says that they do still also need a van. This is the woman I talked about last week. She needs a passenger van. She was supposed to be getting her SUV back, but let's see. It's had to get fixed, and she's still needing money to get that fixed. So she's been walking 2 miles down her road to borrow vehicles for errands, laundromat, that kind of thing. And she's just saying it's so hard to borrow a vehicle all the time, and she's been putting more like repairs into people's vehicles, like that aren't even her vehicles. So So I don't know. I think maybe I might start something to collect some funds for her because it sounds like she has been doing her best and is at a bit of a breaking point. We need gravel on her road so that we can even get her like a tiny home or something. But the biggest thing would probably be getting her gravel, getting her like driveway figured out so that her and her kids can get out, and also a vehicle because she's basically walking down the hill borrowing vehicles, and that's just not sustainable. And I can only imagine how hard it is to ask for that over and over again for the last 4 months. So that's another one that I would like to just kind of throw out there and see if we can help in any way. Okay, and then volunteers. So that was like donations, places where donations would be like I believe would be well put to use, well, kind of thing. And then the last section I always do is volunteers. So volunteers are needed in Hampton for painting. The goal is to get the family in before February 22nd. One of the family members has a birthday. So they are in need of help painting a home on, well, up until the 22nd, hoping that they can get in there. Donna S. Wysong is who to contact for that. So painting in Hampton. And then Mindy Barrett posted about just needing more help to run supplies, run firewood, that kind of thing. And then Patrick Gwynn posted about needing help painting in Irwin. So that number for him is 423-552-5162. So those are the places that volunteers would be well accepted and where they are needed. So again, that was just updates of our area, resources for those in need, donations, places where donations would be appreciated, and then volunteers. So kind of a lot today. Sorry for the mid interruption with my little ones and anywho. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, for caring. Please let me know. I've enjoyed getting like the messages from people who are either like clearing things up for me when I misspeak or don't know something. I appreciate that. I appreciate when people reach out with needs that they're seeing that they've tried to find help for, and sharing about that. And then just I would say that there is a mighty group of people working behind the scenes that never show up on the camera and don't post much, and they are very, very much appreciated. And there's still a lot going on and a lot needed. And as much as I wish that there was just like everything's better and not that way, but I am feeling hopeful. The weather is a little bit warmer, and I think that there's a lot of good things still happening. So please let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to message me if you need anything or you know of anybody who's in need that we can kind of share about on here. If you're new here, I'm just trying to keep us all on the same page with the information that I have once a week on Mondays. So that's what I've got for you today. I will try to update this post with all of the things that I just shared with like my written things, getting this in more, written form. But I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little minute because I've got a headache. So anyway, thank you. And I will see you next week.